Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Y2K. And this movie came out in 2024, and it's directed by Kyle Mooney. And this is his first feature film, and it's the only thing that he's directed, and I'm not familiar with anything else that he was involved with for the most part. And I was kind of hopeful because it was an A24 film, and usually they distribute really good movies, but this one just was not one of them, unfortunately. I found it to be kind of flat, and the concept wasn't even done in a way where it was like cool or impressive. Like the violence was kind of fun, but that's about it. I kind of like the cast. I didn't think they were the problem with the movie, and from a production standpoint, it did feel like I was in the 90s or the year 2000, the year Y2K, I guess. Like it felt like the time period. I didn't feel as though I was in 2024 at any point from a production standpoint. The movie kind of got going for me once we got to the first party scene, and that's when things were kind of moving along for me. I was like, okay, things are moving. I'm enjoying this a little bit more than I was earlier, because when the movie kind of starts, it was pretty rough for me to get through it. I didn't really care about the characters or what was going on, and I didn't really find any of the characters to be likable in this movie, and things just kind of happen with no real build up or suspense or anything like that. And it tries to be like a horror comedy, but the comedy wasn't funny for the most part. I think I laughed a couple times, but I don't remember what points I was laughing or why the joke was funny or what was funny about it. I just remember chuckling a couple of times towards the end. But most of the movie, it just fell flat for me. I didn't care what was going on. And also, another problem is that it just kept reminding me of other things that did what this movie did, but better. Like when it was trying to be like a horror comedy, I was like, okay, I'd much rather be watching Bodies, 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 or like One Cut of the Dead, or like anything like that. But this was just not there for me. And there were a couple moments where I was reminded of The Evil Dead and how much more that movie worked for me. And I don't think that movie's great, but it's better than this movie. And this movie also tries to be kind of a sci fi thriller like The Matrix. And I was reminded of that. And that movie did similar things, but better. And the action in this movie kind of sucks. It's poorly shot at points, and there's also too many cuts at other points. And it's just very inconsistent, and there's nothing satisfying about any of it. And by the end of it, nothing really makes any sense. And to some extent, I can forgive it because it's trying to be in service of some cool action and cool ideas. But because I wasn't into the movie at all, it just came across as lame and just not something that I would have wanted to see. I also didn't really care for the dialogue in this movie, and there were plenty of points where characters were abbreviating things, and I was thinking to myself, was that really as much of a thing as it was now, where things are abbreviated? But then I realized, oh, some of these things were abbreviated like that. So just not to the extent as it is today, but still, it just kind of felt a little bit off. But going back to the dialogue, it kind of felt like the way characters were talking at points did not feel like they were in 1999 or 2000. It felt closer to 2012. But it might have just been me just thinking of that. But mostly because I've been around people who would talk like that when I was growing up in high school. But kind of a separate conversation. So in the end, Y2K didn't really have anything special about it. I will not be rewatching this movie anytime soon. It's on Max if you want to check it out. So it's not like the most boring thing ever, but I wasn't engaged with much in this film. I didn't really care for anything that it had to offer, and I'll probably forget about it within a week or so. So skip this movie if you ever come across it, would be my recommendation. I just don't think it's that great. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Y2K a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Y2K, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Climax. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.